Hey, blessed, beautiful day, Grateful Gal family. Welcome into the Grateful Gal Sports Huddle. Y'all know what time it is. We about to get into a lot of great sports talk with my cousin, Mad Matt, my co-host, and myself. Before I get to that, I'm going to get directly to the daily verse. Daily verse for the day of and it states as follows. But take your stand against him, firm in the faith, knowing that the same kind of sufferings are being experienced by the entire association of brothers in the world. Amen. And again, it's from the book of First Peter, chapter 5, verse 9. And ladies and gentlemen, I had to have my co-host Mad Matt of Just Unconventional Podcast on here. I called him offline yesterday, and I told him, cousin, I need you on the sports show on Saturday because it seemed like as soon as we got off the sports show on Thursday, all the stuff just started happening. It was like back to back to back to back, and I'm like, yeah, it's a lot. That's why I love sports, but it's a lot that we had to discuss today. So I'm glad he came and stopped by to help me out discuss some stuff, and I appreciate the love. And y'all tune in and enjoy the show. So kicking it off this morning, man, I think we're gonna dive directly into the NBA. There were so many things going on in the NBA after the Celtics parade was done. The Celtics and the Heat, they trash talking each other. So I remember Matt was talking about there's no more villain role. I think Jimmy Butler is definitely taking on a villain role. He been having a villain mindset since he been not in the playoffs early this year since he got injured. And then so I'm looking forward to that series because the Heat do have a valid point. I mean they're the ones who've dethroned the Celtics for the last couple of years. Anytime they reach the Eastern Finals against the Celtics last couple of years, they've beaten them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so yeah, they do have a point there. But people are salty. The Heat feels the type of way they weren't in the position that the Celtics were. A lot of people in the East feel like the Celtics didn't have real competition to play against because every team they played, one of the stars got hurt. But still, there's no excuse. They are professionals, and those guys get paid. Not the same amount of money, but big dollars to go out there and play sports at a high level. So the Celtics just did it better. And that was that. And then the big juicy news. So coming down the line, we had JJ Redick become the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Fun fact before we go into that, since hold on, who was the coach over there since what's Kobe them coach?
Phil Jackson.
Yeah, since Phil Jackson. There we go. Since Phil Jackson, I believe it said no coach has coached over what 400 games or something like that. Hasn't lasted. Basically, hasn't lasted long enough to be to play through that contract. So JJ Redick has a 4-year contract with the Lakers. I think he's gonna be there through the 4 years. I think they even found a coach that they can have for a longer period of time, even if they don't win a championship this year or the years going forward, because he's going to be losing a lot of pieces. Like I said, LeBron a free agent, so he'll probably now be signing back with the Lakers. But he only going to probably be there for maybe 2 years max. He about to retire soon. Then who knows what AD gonna happen to AD? You gonna definitely need to draft well, because when LeBron leave, who gonna be the focal of your offense? Of your team. You got Austin Reeves there. He has a bright future, but he's not superstar level talent. I mean, you have D'Angelo Russell there still. He's had up and downs in his career. Young bench got a lot of good young players for the Lakers the last couple of drafts, but they're gonna need some pieces in the free agency in the market to be able to definitely steer the Lakers in the correct direction, because the West is not going anywhere anytime soon. You have Luka, and with the Mavericks, you have AE, you have Ant-Man with the Timberwolves. You got the Suns team down there. The Blazers even coming up. They got some young bulls that they drafted a couple years back. They putting things together. Who else over there? The Sacramento Kings just re-signed Malik Monk. So they're
Yep. And they looking for they might. I'm hearing that they're the possible suitor for Zach LaVine as well. I got a nugget for you with them Lakers too.
okay. Yeah, Zach LaVine gonna be tough. Zach LaVine gonna be tough
Yeah.
in the West. What you got with the Lakers?
I got something for you right here though. So just a sequence of events, right? So Trae Young shows up in California at an event. LeBron James makes it a mission to go and meet up with Trae Young at this said event. JJ Redick signs a contract with the Lakers, right? Same day JJ signed that contract, Trae Young put out a cryptic tweet with the hourglass.
Mm.
So, hey,
Well, I don't know. You know what? That's on them people. You know, because people say one thing and another thing happens. Because as soon as the Celtics won the championship, now he tells me it's our time. You know, it's our time now. You know what I mean?
who said it's our time?
Trae Young said that. That was Trae Young tweet.
Man, hold on, man. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, I ain't getting into it, bro. You know, people gonna do what they do, bro. I can't worry about what people gonna do. Of course, I want Trae Young to be a Hawk and be a piece of our team. But if you want to go, bro, and try and AD in there, hey man, that's on you, bro. Good luck to you. I wish Trae Young the best, but if you want to be a Hawk and you want to grind and you want to take us to the height, you know, I respect that too. But I'm respect any decision he has because that's on their life. That's on his life. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel you on that. My problem, I really don't even have a problem with where he goes. My thing is, nobody, if this happens, nobody should be mad. The Hawks really, in his whole career, they only gave him one season where it was like, yeah, we went the Eastern Conference Finals with 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they only gave us really one season where they put some pieces around him that he needed, and we saw what could happen. So I don't know. This is all just it's a lot that's about to go down this summer in the NBA.
It really is.
And that move right there is going to be something that's talked about more than whoever we take with that first pick, who we keep in DeJounte Murray or Trae Young. I didn't expect Trae to put up the hourglass. When you start seeing the hourglass, that means there's troubles in paradise.
Well, that's on them. You know, that's for Atlanta to figure out, and their general staff or whoever they have up there making business decisions for their franchise. That's on them. But I'm just looking forward to what we're gonna do next week in this draft. Well, yeah, next week in this draft, and then like you said, how the summer unfolds. But hey, you know, people seek attention, man. You know, Trae Young he could go play for any team. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of teams will value his presence on their roster. But hey, you know, whatever the hourglass means, you know, like you said, time will tell. So, but it's all good. Then moving on to more NBA news, like I said, Malik Monk he signed a contract extension with the Kings. Alex Caruso is now a Oklahoma City Thunder. He got traded
Again.
Again. I don't remember him playing the first time.
Bruh, me neither, dog.
So silly. But so Josh Giddey and Alex Caruso swap places. Josh Giddey is now a Chicago Bull, and Alex Caruso is a Oklahoma City Thunder. I think that's all pretty much big NBA news I have right now at the moment. Again, the biggest thing was the JJ Redick signing. I mean, Monty Williams got fired also from the pitch. Moving back to the Major League Baseball. Before we get into Major League Baseball, again, earlier or a couple weeks ago, Matt and I acknowledged the acceptance of Negro League stats into professional baseball. So, in honor of that, on Juneteenth this past week, we had a celebrity game for to honor the Black history in baseball. So we had a game at Rickwood Field. During that game, Rickwood Field hosted the first all-Black umpiring crew in American League and National League history. So that was truly inspiring to see. We had Reggie Jackson come drop some gems from his time in segregation from professional sports, and he talked about his trials and being called out of his name, and it was a very powerful message, very very powerful video. He just speaking on the hardships and speaking about the things that Satan really put into place and put into people's hearts to just really be evil and this feel negative emotions and negative things towards people who don't look like them, and that's very ignorant and very distasteful, and it shows sadness of how those same type of things that Mr. Jackson was going through in his life back then, things are still happening now in this same era of 2024. And it's like I said, it's truly sad, but it's all Satan, and we just have to be able to stay prayed up and keep our focus towards Jesus and keep our focus towards His Father Jehovah, and we'll continue to go forward. So I wanted to put that out there because that was real big for me. I felt the need to be able to address that, and also again shout out to the Rickwood Field game for having an all black umpiring staff, first time in the history of professional baseball. So that was dope, and I really appreciated that. So,
Hey man, I'll tell you this right here. As far as like, yeah, it's 2024 and we still kind of seeing similar stuff. Right. I remember Paul Mooney kept saying ain't nothing changed but the weather. And we all laughed when he said it on the Chappelle show. Then I went to Mexico and I went to Cancun. And I really saw, because I ain't really gonna get into it like that, but I really saw what he meant by ain't nothing really changed but the weather. That was the eye opener for me. That I was so ready to get back to the States.
Mm-hmm. See, I ain't been to the south part of I ain't been to South America, Mexico area. But Europe and stuff like that, I've been in Europe and everything, man. I've hadn't had any type of altercations, anything like that, like I have in America. Like America, black people are looked, down upon. In Europe and all these other countries in the world. I've been to Asia. Well, I've been to Korea, but Asia Peninsula area. You know what I mean? I've been to, all these type of countries, different places. I've never had any type of racial, you know, discrimination or any type of thing towards me or my family. But in America, like you said, it's so prominent and it's just so rooted here. It just really disgusts me. So but and then I can only imagine, like you said, being so close to the border somewhere where people are fed this information and fed that persona. I think it would be bound to see that down there. So whatever you went through, I apologize that you had to see that, and I'm glad you experienced that. You know what I mean? Because we have to be able to experience things and see that, even though sometimes, what we come from isn't the best, it's worse out there in the world. You know what I mean? So, and everybody don't learn that without having to go see it. So when you go see it and experience it, it gives you better perspective. And me personally, I think it makes you hungry. Makes you hungry and want to go see what the rest of the world thinks about you, what the rest of the world sees you as. And I encourage you to do that, cousin, because it's a lot of great things in the world.
Oh, best believe, dog. When I had my passport, because don't get me wrong, my overall experience, I'm still on a high. That was like probably about 2-3 years now since I've been to Cancun. Like I'm still on a high going out the state. It was great. It was just some aspects of it. It was like, dang, bro, nothing really did change but the weather. But while I've seen something like this before, because I've seen it growing up in Atlanta, going to different places, I've seen it, but when we went down there, it was like my girl's first time actually kind of getting a taste of this type of dislike for us. And it wasn't coming from the Mexicans, dog. I'm just telling you that. It wasn't coming from the Hispanics. It was coming from the other people on the tourists on the retreat. So it was coming from other people on the retreat. But it was like her first time kind of like experiencing that. Like I said, I really want to go into that. I know you got a fan base from all around the world, and they don't deserve, nobody else deserves, they ain't blaming this for nobody. It was just when she experienced that, I was sitting there with her and I said, oh yeah, I experienced something like this as a kid. Like that's when I knew at that point. I was like, oh yeah, definitely nothing has changed.
Yeah. But it's all good though. But like I said, one day go through any of this type of stuff. Satan will be done away with, and he won't have room to influence anyone to be wicked or evil or distasteful or anything like that. So I'm excited for when that does come. But right now, while we in this world and in this system, we got to keep our heads high, stay strong, keep our spiritual food, keep our spirits fed, and continue to go forth and ask God for strength. So
yep, and spread a little love every single day.
yeah,
It don't hurt.
spread a lot of love. You ain't got to be a little, spread a lot. Be who you are. Encourage
Hey,
people.
some got to start somewhere.
No, yeah,
me and you, we could just do it.
Yeah, the people who don't know how to, be learn to be positive and, like I said, show love. It does take a little every day, and then you will see yourself, feel better, and you will see it become more part of your nature, and things of that nature. So, yeah, just stay focused, stay stay looking towards something better, and then your life is gonna be better. So. But back to Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball from Friday games, we had the Braves defeat the Yankees 8-1. The Mets defeat.
What?
Yeah, we done won like 7 of the last 8. Now we've been trying to get back into the groove of winning, but it's still not good enough right now. We got a long, long season to go. So hopefully we can continue to stack these games and find momentum as we continue to get into this back half of baseball.
Yeah, that's a big win right there though, because I heard about the Yankees and what they've been doing. But even though it's still the Yankees when the playoffs when playoff time come around, it can always switch.
Yeah.
But I've heard about what they've been doing, so that's a big win for them though. I know I've heard 6 out of 7. That's the last thing I heard. So now we're what, 7 out of 8?
7 out of 8. Yep, 7 out of 8. Yep. So
all right,
doing good. Somewhere. Hey, we on the street, baby. We on the street. Then the Diamondbacks they defeated the Phillies 5-4. The Tigers over the White Sox 2-1. The Rays over the Pirates 3. The Reds over the Red Sox 5-2. The Marlins defeated the Mariners 3-2. The Guardians defeated the Blue Jays 7-1. The Rangers over the Royals 6-2. The Astros over the Orioles 14-11. The Nationals defeated the Rockies 11-5. The Padres defeated the Brewers 9-5. The Athletics defeated the Twins 6-5, and the Angels defeated the Dodgers 3-2. For today's games, kicking off at 1 p.m., we have the Tigers hosting the White Sox. The Giants going up against the Cardinals. The Cubs hosting the Mets today at going up against the Rangers. The Yankees hosting the Braves tonight at 7:15 p.m. on Fox. We have the Twins going up against the Athletics. The Pirates hosting the Rays. The Orioles going up against the Astros. The Reds versus the Red Sox. The Mariners going up against the Marlins. The Guardians versus the Blue Jays. The Padres hosting the Brewers. The Nationals going up against the Rockies. And the Dodgers are hosting the Angels. For Sunday games, June 23rd, kicking off at 11:35 a.m. on Roku, we have the Phillies hosting the Diamondbacks. Yankees versus Braves. Red Sox going up against the Reds. Tigers hosting the White Sox. Marlins versus Mariners. Blue Jays going up against the Guardians. Astros versus Orioles. Giants versus Cardinals, The Rangers hosting the Royals. Nationals Rockies. Athletics versus the Twins. Padres versus the Brewers. And the Mets are going up against the Cubs tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on ESPN. So make sure y'all tune into the Thursday Sports Huddle to get updated information from Major League Baseball. Moving on to NCAA Baseball Top 25. Again, the championship series, kicks off today at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN. I'm taking Tennessee in this series. Like I said the other day, even though it doesn't matter what team wins, the ACC will have back-to-back NCAA baseball champions. But I just think Tennessee is locked in, man. Those guys been playing baseball at a high level all season. Ever since they've gotten into the big tournament, they've been playing their best baseball. Game, which is impressive, and that hasn't been done since the early 1900s. And then now for them to cap off their season by reaching the College World Series championship since 1951, I think those guys are motivated and locked in, and I think they're going to actually beat the Aggies 2-0. The Tennessee is going to win tonight, and then they're going to win tomorrow, and then the series is going to be over, and you're going to have your new NCAA baseball champion. So I'm excited for that. And again, the first game kicks off tonight at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN. Number 1 Tennessee hosting number 3 Texas A&M. And then on Sunday, June 23rd at 2 p.m. on ABC tomorrow will be game 2. And Texas A&M will have home field, and Tennessee will be going up against the Aggies. So good luck to both teams. And again, really don't matter who wins. If Tennessee wins, that'll be good for them because they won't be too sad when it's football season and they're not representing the SEC East and the SEC championship. They won't feel so bad when they're not in the playoffs. They might make the playoffs if they're top 15 ranked by the end of the year, but I doubt it. But I'm excited. I'm excited for them and their program for baseball and their fans. They deserve to have some type of winning somewhere. They don't know how that feels, so they can win something.
You always throw these comments in so slick. You talking about I'm a fool. Well, you throw these comments in so slick, but I know you be meaning it.
Well, I'm just letting them know, baby. It's still Bulldog Nation over here. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. They know what's going on. But I got to show them some love somewhere. You know what I mean? But they just, like I said, hopefully they win because they don't know what it feels to have championships in a while. So they need that. They need that feeling. And but I think, like I said, I think this Tennessee team is on point, man, from the top to the bottom. Guys play hard, pitching. They have a good bullpen. The guys know how to hit the ball well. You know what I mean? So we shall see. We shall see. But moving to the Stanley Cup playoffs, boy.
What's going on?
Oh my goodness.
What the hell is
Oh
going
my
on right
goodness.
here? I fall asleep and I'll wake up in this game 7 now.
Game 7. Oh my goodness, cuz oh my God. I mean, I'm telling you, man, if the Panthers lose this championship, this is gonna be the worst collapse in professional sports championship history. This is see, the Stanley Cup Finals series is what we wanted in the NBA Finals. Okay, this is what we wanted, and we're not getting it. But these hockey fans, oh my gosh, I mean, this is ramping up. The Oilers have been dominating these last couple games. This McDavid guy has been playing, lights out. He's been freaking dominating guys. He's been scoring a lot of goals. He's been playing at a high level, and man, these guys are finding ways to win games, and they're winning, and they've won.
I see. The Panthers done gave up 5 goals or more in the past 3 games.
Like I say, these guys they last 3 games. The Oilers have been dominating, so they have so much momentum going into Game 7. The Panthers are literally up against the rope, and I don't know what's going to happen, man. Honestly, right now, if you ask me, I think the Oilers they got the Panthers number. I remember seeing LeBron James the other day. Video about when they came back and beat the Warriors when they were down 3-1, and they came back and defeated those guys. And man, he was like, we got them. They're mentally defeated, physically defeated, and I think that's the same thing for the Florida Panthers, man. Like, the Oilers have literally gotten their numbers. Them guys were up big, 3-0, and the Oilers have just came back roaring. Like, it sparked the fire up under them, and it's just keep getting larger and larger. And I think the Panthers gonna get inflamed and consumed in the flames because the Oilers ain't playing, man. Boy.
I sit there and I like to say don't play with your food, but then I realize that hockey is a whole nother beast. like hockey's a whole nother beast. Like that works for that saying works for basketball. As much as I hop on my phone when it comes around the playoff time for hockey, it's always not what you expect. Like you'll see a series lead like this one right here, 3-0, and then next thing you know, we're looking at a Game 7.
Wait, boy. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Oilers did the same thing to the Dallas Stars to get here to the championship. They were down.
Yeah, I think you said something about that.
And they came back. Them guys fought back. Hey, man, it's in their DNA. And them guys, they get led by the right guy. And I know the Florida Panthers, they got a lot of self-evaluating to do because, like I said earlier, to be able to get to this point, back-to-back years, to fight to get back to the Stanley Cup Finals and lose, and then lose in this session, oh my goodness. But hey, I'm just glad I'm a bandwagon fan, because they win, I'm like, yes. And they lose, I'm like, damn, them boys suck. You know what I mean? But good luck to
you. Just hop off the bandwagon and just hop on, hey, football season right around the corner.
Yeah.
It's like, up.
All right, see y'all later, man. Good luck next year. You so silly. Somehow, stay involved. Night in Florida, and like I said, I just don't know. I don't know who's going to win anymore. But Monday night, June 24th at 8 p.m. will be Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a large audience, in attendance and on TV. Probably about 10, 12 million viewers. Because this is going to be a pretty big game right here. From out of Canada all the way to wherever Florida is, there's going to be a lot of people watching, a lot of hockey fans anticipating this game. A lot of hockey fans probably wanted to see this. Game 7 championship? What? Anybody want to see that? I do. If you like competition. So
winner takes all.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Winner go home.
Winner go home, baby. Hey, man. So Game 7, ladies and gentlemen, again, Monday, June 24th. Make sure y'all tune in to that, 8 p.m. on ABC. And if y'all don't check it out, we will have information on the Thursday Sports Huddle as we review, analyze how Game 7 came about, who was the winner of Game 7, how they got there, all that type of stuff, and it's gonna be dope. So again, good luck and congratulations to either the Panthers or the Oilers in advance to see who is going to be the 2024 Stanley Cup champion. So we shall see. And again, stay in tune and stay locked in and be on the lookout. Moving on to the Big Three league this week kicks off again week 2. I believe, where's week 2 at? Let me see where we at for week 2.
Did you hear about Miami got an expansion team for the Big Three?
Yeah, I did hear that. I think Udonis Haslam is like the owner or something like that, or general manager. For he's in charge of something down there. But speaking of that, they are in Florida this week actually. So, week 2 of the Big Three kicks off today at 1 p.m. on CBS or Twitter or X. So X streams the games live on Big Three. They have coverage, and CBS also. So make sure you check your local listing. And if you can't find on your local listing, Twitter has it available from game 1 all the way through game 6. So make sure y'all go check out and support the Big Three. So kicking off today, week 2, they will be in Yuengling Center in Tampa, Florida. So that's where they will be at today. Kicking off again at 1 p.m. Game 1 will be the Ghost Ballers versus the Enemies. Tri-State will be hosting Trilogy for game 2. Three's Company will be going up against Bivouac in game 3. Game 4, the Killer Threes will host Power. Game 5, the Triplets will go up against the Three-Headed Monster. And Game 6, the Aliens will host the Ball Hogs. So that is our schedule for week 2 of the Big Three League. And again, you can catch them out in Tampa, Florida. So if you are in the Florida area of Tampa, make sure y'all go check out and show some love and support to the Big Three. And if you're not, again, on CBS and Twitter or X is where you can find coverage of the Big Three League. Moving on to WNBA news. WNBA news, what I have at the moment. Shout out to Angel Reese. Angel Reese, she my information coming up right now.
Shoot, somebody called her overrated. I don't know who that was, but they tripping. I don't know who. You can't call nobody overrated that can go out and give you 15 and 15 or 18 and 18, or they could give you just doubles on consistent nights.
Well, whoever says she overrated, they don't know how to play basketball. Cause Shawty a bucket, Shawty tough.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all tripping.
And she doesn't just blow you away with the being fancy or being a super duper scorer or anything like that, but she plays basketball the right way. She plays at a high level, and she's doing it the right way. And I'm just truly excited for her and her career, and she's playing great basketball right now. So again, she became the only rookie in WNBA history to record 7 consecutive double-doubles. So congratulations again to Angel Reese, and continue to put on the show and play high-level basketball. And the thing I like about her, she doesn't care about her personal accolades. She cares about winning basketball. I'm pretty sure she's been winning basketball games a long time in her life. So, when people come to the professional side of sports and they start to lose, it really irks them. And I think I've really seen that from her. And I just think she's willing to do anything it takes to make sure her team wins. So I'm loving that about her game. And again, congratulations to her.
Well, check this out, by the way. Angel Reese got 102 rebounds this month. The next closest player is 77.
Dang. 102 rebounds. Yeah, but rebounding is such an important part of the game where people overlook that. And, when you're able to do that consistently and out rebound the other team, most likely you're going to win games. It's just a statistical fact. If you rebound more, you control the paint area glass, most likely you're going to win basketball games. Even though the 3-point line, the 3-point game has changed that scenario significantly, but you really have to hit a lot of 3-pointers to outweigh paint dominance. So in my opinion.
Oh no, you're right. Win the boards, you can win the game.
But moving to WNBA recap from this week. WNBA recap from this week, ladies and gentlemen. Moving back to Thursday games. On June 20th, we had Chicago. We had the New York Liberty defeat the LA Sparks 93-80. Friday game, we had the Indiana Fever defeat the Atlanta Dream 91-79, and we had the Las Vegas Aces defeat the Kinetic Sun 85-74. So Aja Wilson had 26 and 16. Of course, a dominating performance. Always plays high level basketball. Just truly, like I said, just a dominating force, and they're definitely looking to be back on track. You got Chelsea Gray back in the lineup, and they're looking to continue to mold basketball and looking to three-peat. And I don't see them not doing it. So they're playing good basketball right now, and they know how to play their best basketball when it counts the most. So we shall see as the season continues to progress. Also, some other things from the Las Vegas Aces. They are the only franchise in WNBA history to have sold out every regular season home game. So
yes, sir.
yeah, so like I said, just the market in Vegas anyway. But then when you back-to-back champions, what I mean, of course you're gonna have sold out, games. So who wouldn't want to be there? Watch the basketball, drop 100 on black. You know what I mean? Why not? So
Hey, speaking of sold out games, the Dream just broke their attendance record by astounding numbers, of course, because they got them over there in College Park, but they put them in State Farm Arena for Caitlin Clark yesterday.
Sold out.
17,000.
I seen they sold it out. Yeah, that's what's up, man. It's good. It's good.
But that picture though, the picture of just a full Hawks arena gave me nostalgia, dog.
Them old days, man. Them old days. Them old days. I was just looking at. They was talking about who was the best one-on-one like playmaker who they went against at Carmelo Anthony time, and he was like ISO Joe, Joe Johnson. I was like, yeah, Joe Johnson was tough, like for real. Joe Johnson was tough, man. I remember seeing a young Joe Johnson, him, Josh Smith, who was playing with a Mike Bibby, those type of guys.
Oh boy, I remember
Al
Mike Bibby.
Horford, all those guys down there, man. It was dope to see those guys, man. So, then for today's game, kicking off June 22nd at 3 p.m., we have the DC Mystics hosting the Dallas Wings. We have the New York Liberty hosting the LA Sparks today at 3 p.m. on ESPN. We have the Minnesota Lynx hosting the Phoenix Mercury tonight at 8 p.m. on NBA TV. Moving on to Sunday games, June 23rd, we have the Atlanta Dream hosting the New York Liberty at 3 p.m. on ESPN3. Tomorrow afternoon, we have the DC Mystic hosting the Dallas Wings tomorrow at 3 p.m. Also, the Seattle Storm will be hosting the also at 3 p.m. tomorrow on ESPN3. So you have to check your local listings. Most likely, if you're on the eastern side of the world of America, you'll see the Dream Liberty game on ESPN3, and if you're on the West Coast, you'll see the Seattle Storm versus the Kinetic Sun at 3 p.m. on ESPN3. And then at 4 p.m. on ESPN, we have the third game for Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese of their professional career. We have the Chicago Sky hosting the Indiana Fever tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. on ESPN. So that is the WNBA news we have for this week. Moving on to NFL news. Big NFL news for this week currently at the moment isn't too much. Let's see what we have going on at the moment. So the Patriots, they signed running back Ramondre Stevenson. He reached a 4-year deal up to worth $36 million. So they've kind of solidified the running back position in New England. Then also we had the Browns. They dropped one of their defensive ends after some off the field stuff happened. So you see a lot of teams cracking down on cleaning up their locker room. Trying to have the best guys on and off the field a part of their organization, so they can have no distractions and just keep be professional and play your position as best as you can, type of thing. So that's all I really have right now in NFL world, and we're going to be transitioning over to the mat with Mad Mats, no pun intended, but we're going to the wrestling mat and see where we at from this weekend and see what we got coming up.
Ooh.
Hey, before you get into that, how was the show last night?
Man, the show was a breeze. I'm talking about they got in and they got out. 2 hours flat. Action, great. Promos, great. Like, independent shows are just so fun to go to, dog. It really is an intimate setting. And one thing I like, and well, not even just like, one thing that I love about independent wrestling or indie scene is they tell us to cheer, but the fans know that you can't tell us to cheer. Give us a reason to cheer. Give us a reason to go crazy. Give us a reason to sit here and boo you and all that stuff right there. And what they did, because normally I'm going to the Platinum Championship wrestling shows. And by the way, if you're an independent wrestling fan, PCW is available on IWTV app. You know, they are a part of the subscription plan, though. So you got to drop them $11 a month if you want to see that hot action I'll be going to every single Friday. Because it's damn near every Friday now, because they do their 2 shows the 2nd and 4th of the month. And then they got Quattro, House Casa La Lucha. Like, it was just fun, dude. I wish I could tell you that there was some people there that you would probably know, but it's just like, oh yeah, here's another thing too. I just find it crazy that I can step away, and no offense to AEW. I know they trying hard. I see those ratings. We got to make a change here. But I think it's crazy that I haven't gone to like a PCW show in like a month now. I go there, I come back, and there's storylines. I miss something. Like, that's important. Like, I miss something. You spent your time building up stories to where when somebody comes every single week, something's going on, something's connected. There's an angle here. Like, I think it's bad that I can step away from a nationally televised wrestling show for a month and not miss anything. I stepped away from an independent wrestling show for a month, and I'm sitting here like, when did this conundrum happen? But the show overall was very good. Next week, they got like a double, like 2 titles on the line next week. So I'm really excited about that because this dude named Trey Shaw, I met him at Walmart one day, and I told him, I was like, dude, I love your style, your intensity, your grit, how hard hitting you are. It just reminds me of Strong style. He like that Georgia Strong style, and I love it. And he did clothesline the hell out of Rose Gold yesterday. Rose Gold, yeah, that's a woman, but he did clothesline the hell out of her yesterday. Like, I wish I would have got that on cam, but my phone was on 3%. I couldn't make it no further.
You so silly.
Hey, bro, it's like you said though. We gonna get right.
Yeah, I told him, y'all, he gonna start vlogging, man, because I want to see it too. I want to see his experience because, you know, like I said, you so in tune in the scene. You know what I'm saying? I know people even know you there. You know what I mean? So you like you want to be able to get information. Break down things you saw, like the analysis of stuff. Like I want to be able to hear all that. So you do it here, without us seeing it, and you paint pictures, but seeing it with the visuals and seeing how you dissect and then operate and move around in that world. I definitely want to see it, and I know a lot of other people want to see it too. So
I'll tell you this right now. You gonna tell me whenever I do that, you gonna tell me I'm silly because I be sitting here calling these sequences like I'm doing it myself.
That's what,
like my girl be sitting there laughing at my ass.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see that because I already know you've been there damn commentating.
Man, shoot. But I'm like a silent spectator. When they be finding out that I'll be the one that actually be on like the Seriously Just Wrestling page or the Just Unconventional page, that shocked them because I'm just a silent spectator. I show up, I talk my talk. If I see a wrestler out there, or because sometimes they'll come and sit in the crowd with you, I'll sit there and ask them a question like, yo, what was the name of your interest song? Yo, that was a beautiful lyric that you did in there. Like, I do all that. But the show overall, it was very good, and they got in and out. It was like no BS. They did intermissions at 9:00 instead of 10:30. All is well. I can't wait for another Lucha show in the next couple of weeks. AEW wise, they had a great show. They got me buying into this Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland feud down in AEW, but they got to do something about those ratings because the show was good, but the numbers are just unacceptable for all this money that AEW is spending out on talent. But the really big news of everything that has happened, because the biggest thing, or one of the biggest things of the week, because I've been on a wrestling high since last week, Jacob Fatu is finally here. Another family member of the bloodline has finally arrived. And I'm sitting there, that's what I was supposed to do. I'm about to send you the footage while I'm talking about this, by the way. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to send this to you right quick, cuz.
Is he our family?
No.
Okay, who bloodline is he?
You find out I got a family member that's a wrestler.
Cause you said bloodline, I'm thinking like he a part of us.
Oh, but I'm sorry. The bloodline: Roman Reigns, The Rock, Rikishi, the Usos. Like, that's a whole. But the Samoan dynasty. That's
the Samoan bloodline. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, they call themselves the Bloodline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Anoa'i family, which is like Rikishi, The Rock, and all of them, like they have been dominating this industry for a very, very long time. Longest WWE's been around.
Facts.
Real honesty. But Jacob Fatu is here. That's a former MLW champion. I believe he held that title for over 600 days. This is a super hybrid athlete. I believe they call him the Samoan Werewolf.
Oh my God.
Did I just see you this footage? No, because that's just a tip of the iceberg of what this man is capable of. I told my pops, I said that, yo, Jacob Fatu is what Solo Sikoa think he was when he stepped in. This man right here is vicious. He is athletic. I didn't even see the footage where he jumped off the turnbuckle onto the announce table on the Cody Rhodes. That's a far jump, dog.
Them guys are athletic, like them ropes and acrobats like that, man. That's, I think me personally, that's the most like athletic thing that they do. Like all those moves on the mat are athletic also, but that flying and hopping around, and man, them guys be what.
But people don't understand that, like, you got to be athletic. And then people don't know that's not like there's been debates online over the past couple of weeks. There's been a lot of what we call botches, where people make mistakes. There's been a lot of botches coming off of ropes lately in WWE. So, everybody's saying here and they're like, saying that it's this type of rope, it's that type of rope. Bro, those are actually cables. People listen to these interviews and you listen to these wrestlers talk. Or if you go to an independent show and you get a closer look, you see that those are cables. That's why they have marks on their back when they bounce off of those things. Like they say, even bouncing off the cables hurt. They say everything hurts about this business. But yeah, Jacob Fatu has arrived. He is with the Bloodline, with a new version of the Bloodline with Solo Sikoa, the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama and Tonga Loa. They got their little big brother, the 7-footer from New Japan. He's coming over here in a minute. I hope they just keep his name as Hikuleo, because Tala Tonga is just so stupid. And now we got Jacob Fatu, which honestly, you are better than everybody else in that current Bloodline. Like, if they really wanted to say, hey, not that. If Jacob Fatu wanted to take that belt from Cody Rhodes, he could do it. It's that simple. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have signed one of the best wrestlers in the world. They took a minute to debut him because they felt like they feared he would outshine Solo Sikoa. And my thing is, well, that's something that you're going to have to deal with. Like, if you look at him wrestle, that's something that you're going to have to deal with. You can't control something like that. They have to stop trying to control what they can't. If somebody is a savage, you got to let them be a savage. Like, they should let that man be a lone wolf, like I said on my other podcast like a week ago. They should let him be a lone wolf. But now he's in the Bloodline, and you got to deal with this. And how do you deal with this? I don't know. Maybe one day he takes over this current Bloodline with Solo as the leader, and he's the leader now. And Solo goes back over with his brothers and with Roman Reigns. And maybe that sets up, November when we have War Games, if they do War Games this year. But, that's pretty much it right now. I believe we got TNA Slammiversary this week. Give me 1 second. Let me double check that right quick.
No problem. While he's doing that, some other news from the mat. We're moving to the professional boxing side of the world. Ryan Garcia has been suspended for 1 year from professional boxing for using performance enhancement drugs. So he has been stripped of his titles, I believe. And again, he has been suspended for 1 year. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if we're representing Jesus and we're trying to put information out there about our Heavenly Father, Jehovah, make sure we're representing them as well as possible. Make sure we're doing everything in our power to try to do as much right as possible. We know what right and wrong is, because Adam and Eve made sure we know gifted of knowing right from wrong, and laws have been put into place and all that type of stuff since then. So just do our best to make sure we're doing the right things. And again, I'm imperfect. None of us are perfect, but I'm gonna always try to do my best to represent Grateful Gab in the manner of the way Jesus would handle himself, and the same thing with our Heavenly Father. And again, I'm not perfect, and I'm not throwing salt at this guy, anything like that. I'm just putting a message out there that if we're going to use our voice and our platform to represent Jesus and his Father, we need to be able to make sure we do the best when we're in the spotlight of public. You know what I mean? We need to make sure we're doing the right things at all times. Try to at least. Again, none of us are perfect, but knowing, we can differentiate from right and wrong. We should do this and we shouldn't do that. I'm eligible if I do this. I'm not eligible if I do this. You know what I mean? So just put that take that into consideration, and I always put our best foot forward. So.
Hey, that's a nice one right there. There's one thing I know. You know me, I'm goofy. You say it all the time. One thing I know for sure though. Hey, don't play about the man upstairs. Don't play on his name.
Right.
Don't play on it. But I was a month ahead in advance. Slammiversary next month. Maybe I'm just excited that AJ Styles may show up in TNA for the first time in God knows what, over 10 years. Maybe I'm just excited about that. And I thought Slammiversary was this week because of how much everything been cooking in wrestling the past 2 weeks, dog. I'm just on a complete just wrestling high for the past 2 weeks. It just has been amazing because I'm talking about in person and on TV. And I haven't even checked out Japan in a minute. And ain't no telling what's going on over there, which I got to get back in tune because the G1 Climax coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's all we got right now, dog. Jacob Fatu. Everybody, if you haven't seen Jacob Fatu, go pull up Alex Hammerstone versus Jacob Fatu. It could be 1 through. I think they had 100 matches. I don't care. Pull up any Alex Hammerstone and Jacob Fatu match. You gonna love it. So anybody that don't know him or you just heard the name, go and look at some of his stuff, and you gonna see why I'm marking out about this guy. I've been telling Dad or my pops for about 2 months now. I'm like, when this man hit the scene, you gonna love it.
Okay.
He here now.
Good. Yeah, I'm just trying to find out. It should be coming up a couple weeks. The college football scene should be kicking off to get their summer training up. So the Bulldogs will be taking the field here in the next couple of weeks. It should be about next week probably, because it's about to be the beginning of July. Season start at the end of August. Yeah, so yeah, it'll probably be about maybe like the second week of July. They probably get back in the swing of things, getting prepared for the season. Shout out to Smithfield Selma Spartans. We went down to Fayetteville. About 16 of our players. Competition, North Carolina. I seen a lot of good things. Our players, a lot of things that we need to work on. It was definitely a great camp. I learned a lot of things from the coaching perspective side. Just evaluating again players, the evaluation side of being a coach. Just being a student of the game. It's really what I'm looking to do here. As I continue to get more and more involved in my coaching life. Like I said, I coach high school football now, and whatever God has planned for me to go forth and impact the youth, I'm going to do that and try to do my best at it. But I enjoyed being down there in Fayetteville this past week, and I enjoyed seeing the Spartans go out there and compete, and the Broncos hosting us. I really appreciated that, and I'm just looking forward to the continued growth of our program, and the country will be on notice, in the next couple of years for sure, who Smithfield Selma is, and we're gonna go dominate. So I want to shout out my guys for doing a great job at the Fayetteville State camp, and I'm just looking forward to see what they're going to bring to their teammates from what they're learning on the field, and we're gonna put it together. We're gonna get back to work. So I'm excited.
Hey, man, go ahead and tell them about your experience meeting the number 1 wide receiver in the nation.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if he was the number 1 wide receiver in the nation.
Now everything I see say he number 1 right now.
I did meet the young man,
DeCorian Moore.
Yeah, DeCorian. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, like I said, I can't remember his name for sure, but that gentleman, he looked like him. And did you see that video I sent you the other day?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so does the picture of that guy and him, that player, do they look alike?
Yeah.
I don't think they look alike, man.
They look, but it might be the camera they use for that picture online, but they look alike. This is the same guy I was looking at yesterday.
I don't know, but the young man, he definitely got a bright future, man. And I gave him tips, some pointers. I think he took, but a lot of people probably, got in his ear and said some good things to him. But the kid was very humble. He competed at a high level. Like I told him, I wanted to see more of I want to see more crisp routes, and I was even thinking, I was telling him the other day about where he would be put at, and I was thinking like that's false information, because Lad McConkey, they about the same build, same size, and Lad McConkey, he played outside and inside, but his routes, he runs such good routes, and I told this guy, focus on your route running, man, focus on running good routes, and you're gonna definitely excel at the next level. And I told him hopefully he'll be a Georgia Bulldog also, because I see he decommitted from Texas. We don't like the Longhorns, and they coming to the SEC too. So we gonna introduce them the correct way. They think they ready for the ACC. We gonna show them. And so hopefully the young man becomes a Bulldog. And I just want him to have a great career going forward. And congratulations to him. And it was a pleasure meeting him. And I want to hopefully I get to see him again. And when we do, it'll be on. It wasn't on bad terms or nothing like that, but it'll be in a competition setting, and we'll be able to go compete against one another. And my guys will get to go up against the best and make themselves better. So one day we can be the best. And I'm excited for it. So I'm excited for that. And then any other news right now that I have, again, be on the lookout next week for myself and Matt. We're going to be doing a NBA draft cut day. Again, I'm going to be recording the draft, the first round of the NBA draft, breaking down the picks, that type of stuff. So I would love for Matt to be there with me, especially as we prepare to receive this number one pick together and see what the Hawks going to do. And see, I need somebody to be there with me to cool me down if he don't go to.
When's the draft? Thursday?
It starts Wednesday on the 26th. It starts on Wednesday. And
I bet. What you recording that night?
I'm gonna record that night, and then I add it to the sports after our segment. So like we'll do our regular sports huddle, and then following that immediately the draft coverage will pop up from what we did and that type of stuff. And it's dope.
Yeah, they're gonna need to hear your reaction, man.
Yeah. Trust me, we gonna be ready, man. But be on the lookout, like I said, over these next couple of weeks in the NBA. Expect a lot of movement for free agency before the draft even kicks off, especially like you said with Trae Young looking to do something with the Lakers and stuff like that. That's definitely gonna be going on before the first round pick, because that's definitely gonna shift a lot of things of what the Hawks need to do this first round, this number one pick. So, but preferably, like I said, Trae Young and DeJounte is there to be to be our backcourt and play play together and put these guys in a position to go win championships, which I think we can do. But we shall see. Like I said, only time will tell. That's all I have on my side from the sports world. I don't know what Matt got. If he got anything else.
Nah, the only thing I have, because I remember at the beginning of the show, you said how Jimmy Butler was a villain in the league. I completely forgot about that. My bad, Jimmy. You are a villain in the league. I just be looking at how everything goes down, but the whole grand scheme of things, sometimes it's a little bit too much sportsmanship, especially in basketball. Like it just a little bit. I like the idea of if I'm gonna play sports and I'm going to the highest level, I'm trying to be the best. I'm here to compete. I didn't come this far for that. I'm here to compete and I'm here to win championships. I just want to bring back the sweeps and stuff, which I feel like we got the guys like Anthony Edwards and all. They gonna bring back that type of mentality because they just gritty. They just want to play.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to play basketball and they want to beat you down every chance they get. But like we kind of need that again, And I forgot Jimmy did set that. Personally, I wish the Hawks could somehow find a way to grab Jimmy. That's a great veteran to have in that locker room.
Yeah.
Really,
he gonna retire Miami Heat. That was the best. That was the best the Heat could have did. The 76ers, they don't respect Jimmy Butler as the leader on the team. You see, now you see he's been to what 2 final appearances since leaving Philly. You know what I mean? So he hasn't won, but he's been to the finals twice. You know what I mean? Like so. But Jimmy gonna get
underdog both times too, bro. Like nobody expected. I keep trying to tell people, Miami stepping them playoffs. Just go ahead and look at them as somebody that can make it to the finals. They gonna find a way.
That's what they do. That Heat culture down there. So Eric Spoelstra, one of the best basketball coaches ever to coach basketball for sure.
Oh, most definitely, man. Anybody that disagree with that just haven't been watching it.
Facts. But that's all we got for y'all today on the Sports Huddle. Again, be on the lookout as Olympic trials continue to happen over the next couple of weeks. Get prepared for the Summer Olympics. All those good things are happening around the sports world. We got some tennis going on right now, overseas, golf, all that type of stuff. So as the summer continues to progress, we'll have more information as it comes down the line. Again, appreciate everybody's love and support. Again, check out the WNBA later on tonight, Major League Baseball later on tonight. Monday night is Game 7 again of the Stanley Cup Finals, so make sure y'all tune into that. That should be a thriller. And then other than that, Grateful Gas family, that's all we have for y'all. We love y'all. Appreciate the love and support. Have a great, blessed today, and until next time. Peace.
Peace.